The NerdTable.
Can I see your sword quick?
It's called Uramasa. He carries it with him everywhere. It was mostly a wedding gift from his wife before he was turned into a half Nihilak monster.
Chris.
Gengar, use Shadow Ball!
Alan. Jason.
My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I hate a lot of things, and I don't particularly like anything. I'm going to restore my clan and destroy a certain someone.
The Half-Beard.
I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment, or someone could die. But you can take it, can't you, big man? What we have here is a rare opportunity for me to cut loose and show you just how powerful I really am.
The NerdTable.
Freaking nerds, bro.
Welcome back to the Sports Table. We're having too much fun here.
There's no such thing as too much fun.
For Alan, there is. Alan doesn't have as much fun, not even close to the Sports Table as what he does here. True or not true?
Absolutely. No one here is berating me for my choices. Freaking nerd. In the sports table, I'm apparently a Taoist. Here, I'm the gateway.
You're the gateway?
I'm the gateway nerd. I disseminate nerd things as I infect Jason with One Piece and Sword Art Online, and I drag Keith into Trigun and Fairy Tail.
See, this music is from Eebs. This is your choice. Where's this music from?
Yeah, this is from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It just came out a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, was it? Live like a pirate, come into your ship, check out Aztec temples hidden on islands for treasure. Man. So much amazing things you can do. Build your own armada.
This is one of the video game series that I have to get into. I played the first one for maybe like 10 minutes, and I never got into any of them. And I regret it.
The first one is the hardest one, because while the idea of missions is repetitive, we were talking about this at the house, you trail people, you kill people. The first one is brutally repetitive. Like, it's literally steal something, listen to something, find someone, kill them. Next mission. Steal something, find something,
listen to something.
Yeah,
it gets kind of, but
for the first one, I started the first one, then Soul Calibur came out, so I moved away.
Mm-hmm.
I came back in the second one, and now Jason's let me, Brotherhood and Revelation, so I've gotten to move up little by little. It's in concept real interesting. The idea that you're playing a past life to find things out that affect the future, and all this secret history between Templars and Assassins, and just it's a real great concept. And it's carried over now with 3 and 4 Black Flag, carrying into even new areas and new things to do. You're not, wandering the seas, but looking at, random islands or killing dolphins or whatever else you're doing as a pirate.
Yeah. Well, and everything Alan's talking about and touching on about, it's so immense, and the story's so good and it has so much potential. All that is amazing, and it really is what draws you in and keeps you there. But in the very beginning, from the first Assassin's Creed Part 1, it's the free running, the free running, the open world type situation, the ability to run from rooftop to rooftop. Now, I don't know if all you guys did, but when I was a kid, and you drive around in the backseat of your car and you're bored. You're looking at, houses go by. Oh, I would always pretend I was like a ninja or a Spider-Man or something, running from rooftop to rooftop, climbing on the, electric cords. I would get bored, look out the window. It was my own personal video game in my head.
Yeah.
And so I've always loved Spider-Man, the buildings, jumping from one to another. So Assassin's Creed, it gives you the ability to just, boom, shoot across a city really fast by jumping from rooftop to rooftop, where if you walk normally and you'd hit guards and it'd take you all day. I don't know. It's just so much fun. I'd spend hours. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, where you don't really have to follow the missions to have a lot of fun.
The idea that you just decide, you know what, I'm going to wander around Jerusalem, and you would leave the floor level and just climb and wander.
Yeah.
And
So
see
good.
things, and it gets more immersive as they go on. Like, I know for 4, I haven't played it, but I know that there are islands along the Caribbean that you don't actually have to go to for missions, but you can go to whatever island you damn well want to, and there are things you can figure out to do there, and maybe things you can collect, things you can train in.
Hidden Aztec temples.
You go to Aztec temples. Why? Because you can.
Because can.
Yeah, they made it this one. You literally just, on my boat, go wherever the fuck I want.
The thing is about Assassin's Creed is the way that I would put it is that everything is so awesome in Assassin's Creed except the Assassin's Creed part. I would have to say.
He doesn't like the mission.
I don't like the missions because, you got to follow somebody and then you got to do all these crazy. You can't be spotted. It's along with the strategy, but I really love just wandering. Just going to a city and just like there's certain parts in the map where it's like viewpoints. You have to climb real high. You have to figure out where to climb from, and then once you get on top, then you can open up more of the map because the map is kind of like in a grid. You can't really see it until you like open certain areas up.
Okay.
And that's fun. And then you can go out, you can kill guards, you can pick up items. You're just going out being free. And all of a sudden you go into a mission and it's like, oh, follow this guy to a certain point, and then make sure you're not spotted, because if you're spotted, it'll take you back to the low point. And my idea is like, if I kill you, you never saw me. It's like, oh, look. I'm like, well, you're silent, you're dead. You can't tell anybody.
Right.
And that's the one thing that I don't like. But I mean, for Black Flag, it's one of the things where it's like, I don't want to do missions. I just want to get on my boat and just sail the Caribbean. If you see a boat out in the distance, you pick out your little spyglass. You see him, I'm gonna attack you. You go into this naval action. with your cannons, and you got to duck, and then at a certain point you can board the ship and you take over the stuff, and then you can gain crew. You can gain the loot on the ship, and it's awesome. It really is.
Every slave, like if you attack an enemy ship, you kill all the enemies, and then the slaves that they had on their ship are like, oh crap, we've been freed from slavery. We definitely want to join your pirate ship, and then you just add more people to your crew. And if you decide not to destroy the actual ship, you can take it back, make a captain for it that you are now the admiral of, and send that ship back to your armada, back at your secret pirate island or wherever the hell you're staying. It's like, man, I'm itching to buy it right now. I can't believe I have it.
So it's like Grand Theft Auto on the water.
It's kind of.
As they've
kind of,
expanded,
It's Grand
because
Theft
3 added
pirate ship.
3 added that naval thing, and now 4 is going to a different ancestor who was a pirate in the
Grandfather.
Caribbean. I'm aware. I'm just trying not to ruin it for Sanchez.
Is it a ruin? I didn't know.
I don't know what he knows.
Well, I don't know anything.
All right.
Apparently, Boba Fett. So we have a few things to get to before we wrap up this show. Been a good show so far. A lot of information has been covered. How you guys holding up so far?
I'm pretty good.
Man.
Because around this time in the sports table, Alan's just like,
Well,
yeah.
the last 2 weeks has been bully talk.
not that much last week.
Last week, not as much, but the week before, that's when you looked at me. It was like, you're right.
You got worn down.
Oh,
Bully talk. There's one thing that you guys remember that, I don't know, whenever you guys talk, it just triggers me, and I always want, and I'm not even as close to as in-depth as you guys are, so I really want to know this aspect. When I would play Halo 1, okay, LAN parties, stay up late, even, just being on there all the time, I would get out, and my eyes, first of all, I would see the red dot in front of me everywhere. I would see the red dot, and then in the back of my mind, it'd be dead silence in my house. I'd hear beep, 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 beep of my shield before it regenerates. What major video game side effects have you guys felt the biggest ones throughout your whole gaming experience?
Are you talking about like walking out and reacting to a game
Any
thing?
a video game side effect? Like for me, I kept after playing Halo for a long time, I would see the red dot everywhere, and I would hear in the silence of my mind beep 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 beep, beep of the shield before it regenerates.
Well, I played a lot of Halo 2, so that would happen to me too. Especially like right when you're going to sleep, you'd close your eyes and you hear the dee, 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 dee. Like that would happen to me all the time. So I know exactly what you're talking about, Sanchez. But really, to relate more, I used to play Grand Theft Auto a lot, like with Vice City, the one based in Miami. We're in Miami, so it was very like, oh, there's a lot of fun. I used to play that game so much that when I drive out into the real world, I'd be like looking at things. I'd be like, that'd be a perfect sniping spot. I can hit all the, and then I'd be literally thinking like, how would I get up there? And not until I got to the third or fourth stop, be like, oh wait, I can't do that. It's real life. Or I'd see an ambulance and I'd be like, oh man, I gotta get out of its way or try to take it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The biggest one for me was Last of Us. That like Keith brought up, the way the music when it plays and when it doesn't affects you. Very high tension game. It's the only game I play without any podcast of Dan Le Batard playing in the background. I need to hear what's going on. After the first like real long session that I tried playing the game, I'm the only one up at 2 a.m. in my house. There are no lights on, so I go out to get like water, and I walk out, and I stop like at the edge of a wall, and I immediately it was a complete reaction. I lowered a little bit and I began looking around corners, listening. And I did. If I swear to you, if I had heard the click Jason was making, I would have just gone back into my room. But like, I got there and it was quiet, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, "There's no fucking funky zombies here. Get my water, damn it."
That's a good one.
I would say. I mean, I can't think of any right now. I mean, mostly it's like the like physical side effects on those long nights. Like,
the fired eyes, and the crunch back.
As soon as you're done, you feel like, did I blink at all? When I was
when you blink, it's like crusty your eyes.
Yeah. It's like, man, my eyes were open for like 12 hours straight. But I would say like physically, like the first Assassin's Creed came out, I really loved that game, and I love the way how he would move, not only like climbing stuff, but how he would move through crowds. Oh, yeah. And I would like walk around my house, like I would move just like him. Like if my couch was there, I would like position myself and like move around the couch. Yeah. Or if like my brother was walking, I would kind of like put my hand and like push him aside, and he looks at me like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, you don't see me. I'm walking away, And then I walk outside, and then I see like trees lined up, and I'm like moving so smooth, just through the trees, moving just like Altair. And then I'll see myself climbing, and I move just like him. Or at least I thought. I probably looked like an idiot, just like moving around with my arms swaying back and forth. My dad's like, "What an idiot!" What the hell is he doing now?
Yeah.
But I love that. I was just like moving like like water. It was good.
I'm so glad this didn't happen with older games.
Oh my god!
Like I would finish playing Mario and then have to go stomp on some turtles outside.
Well, the thing is, I think older games and some more like
they're not immersive.
They're not immersive, and the other thing is, I think the only effects we get from that are like the burned eyes and that crunch back where you've been sitting for way too long, and you start getting like a humpback. You start lowering and lowering.
Also, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when we would play like Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog, we had bedtimes.
Oh,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
But,
didn't consider that one.
Actually, you know it's bad when you're sitting down and your shoulders hurt.
That's what I'm saying. You start
having to play so much of my shoulders.
You start
tight.
sinking, and your whole body starts hurting behind you.
Yeah.
That happened to me way too many times to count. But for me, something that kind of bled into reality, which is kind of funny because Eves had talked about this exact moment like about a week before, because I was late playing Metal Gear Solid 2, and he was talking about the ending and how it tripped him out. I'm like, how can an ending trip you out? Lo and behold, it's like 5:30 in the morning. I'd been up all night playing this game, and I finally get to the end, and it's exactly what Eve said would happen to me, because you don't know what part of the game is like real. You don't know what part of the game is like, are you actually getting a communication or are you not? And I was freaking out, and I woke up like I woke up like an hour after I beat the game to go to class the next day, and I had no idea what was real. What was it?
Yeah, if you haven't played the end of that Metal Gear game, when you die in that game, it takes you to a screen, like it zooms out, and you see your dead body getting shot, and on the outside, it shows like details and stuff. That only happens when you die. At the end of the game, you're getting through this weird corridor, weird shit's popping up on your screen that looks like it's just glitches in the game, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then the dying scene comes on, and like it makes some music like if you're dead, and it zooms out, and it shows the same screen, but you're still playing. You're just playing in the little screen now instead of the big one, and you're like, what the is wrong? I literally turned off my PlayStation or whatever. Like, I turned it off. I turned it back on.
You thought it was broken?
I I didn't know what was going on. Like, I was like, it was really, really late.
It was the trippiest thing ever because I had been up all night and I was playing that particular part at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I need to get some sleep. Holy crap.
Yeah, like the game will tell you, the game itself is like, you have been playing too long. Turn the system off. The game is over. Yeah, they did that to us on purpose so bad. Like, they knew that we were going to get to the end of the game, and it was going to be like 4 o'clock in the freaking morning.
Right. I'm going to start off, just to piggyback right off that shameful admission. End of Halo 3. Did you guys ever finish Halo 3, the end of it?
Yeah,
of course.
Where you see the, was it Kilimanjaro, the mountain, remember? And then the credits roll. At the end, after everything, you land in New Mombasa after defeating everything, and the credits roll, and at the end, it's when Bungie gave the thanks, okay? So I'm playing the game, and I thought it was the last level, and I'm waiting, I'm just sitting there waiting, and they show the mountain, right? But it was a glitch in the game, and no credits rolled. But they still had the time of all the credits rolling. So I'm sitting there literally waiting with my eyes. I don't want to miss anything. I'm like, what is this? What's happening? What is going on?
Is there something that I don't see?
Yeah. I don't get what I'm supposed to do. I'm like clicking all the buttons, and because you can't click out of the credits. So I'm just there waiting. I'm like, what is this? Why am I watching this mountain? Because I'm like, is there gonna be a ship coming? Am I supposed to run? I was sitting there for the entire, and the credit duration is like 10, 15 minutes almost. I'm there, and it's nothing. And I'm like, what happened? What happened? Because it took you back to the main screen. What happened? And so I had to play it again and realize, oh, it was a glitch and the credits didn't come through.
That's awesome.
Shameful admission for me, man. I sat there like an idiot for 10 minutes not knowing what the hell to do.
Shameful admission, yeah.
Shameful admission, anybody? Anybody else? Just let it flow.
I'm not sure how much of an admission this is because I've gotten accused of this before. I tend to lower the way I play to try to keep people to play so that if they stay around long enough, then I can play seriously and enjoy an enjoyable win. Halfbeard accuses me of this very often.
Of course.
And it's a trick that doesn't work anymore. No one believes me.
That's not an shameful admission. That's sort of like a backhanded compliment to yourself. You're like, I'm so good.
So
I've been accused that I like to be nice.
He's patting himself on the back. He's like, I'm so good. I'm so good. I scare everybody away.
That's exactly what that
Shameful
was.
admission, you're an asshole.
No, I'm absolutely an asshole. I can't run away from it.
I always play against Alan.
No, Eves is the brave guy.
I will always play against
Eves
Alan,
is the brave guy.
I don't care if I lose because I'm playing games to have fun. To have fun. That's what I said.
Mm-hmm. Anybody, Halfbeard, Jason, you got no Eves?
Though actually,
if you don't, it's
going
no
back
problem,
to Alan's thing. I think there's a conspiracy against me because anytime that he gets a game that I'm better than him at, it goes away the next month. He trades it in.
Wait a minute.
Soul Calibur 3, when I kept kicking you off the edge with my custom ninja, you hated me.
Bullshit. That's bullshit because I still have 3 and we played that to hell. That was when Taki was fucking awesome. And eventually, I got good with Taki.
And then you kicked
and then you stopped
edge.
playing because we moved somewhere. We moved to a different game.
Jason
You're
moved
talking
out
about
of the state.
Naruto. Naruto's kind of different because eventually I beat the game. And it was really, you and me are the only 2 people playing, assuming Eve ever showed up.
Yeah.
I know I had it.
I didn't have it. I wish.
No, you didn't have it. That was another one of those drunk Eves games.
Yeah.
Eves would show up drunk, and he was useless until we got drunk, and then it was all to hell.
Though in all honesty, the third Naruto game, I don't know what came over me, but like poor Alan, I defeated
Jason
him with the
was a
most.
beast.
I defeated him with the most useless character in the game, and I'm like, wow.
Like
The
I feel
puppy?
like when he took serious
it the puppy?
characters, it was a close match, and I might win some. But then he would pick the single most useless character in the series, and I would pick one of the great epic characters, and I couldn't touch him.
I was a master.
It was
ninja.
so frustrating.
Here, I got a shameful admission. I'm kind of proud of it, so I don't know how shameful it is. But here's where the shame comes in. I was my nephew was playing with well my other nephew. Then they were playing Sonic Racing, I think it's called, or something. It's with characters, and he just kept beating him, and he was beating everybody. He was beating parents. I was like, he's winning every game. He's like, nobody can beat me. So I got on. I was like, okay. So I hadn't really played the game, but he was good. He's really good. He's like 6, this kid, and he gets on there, and I'm like, I'm really working really hard. Like at one point I push him off the level to get in front of him, and then I get in front of him, and then I beat him, and I was like, yeah. And then I'm looking at the kid, he's like throwing his control and almost having a fit and almost crying, and I'm like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, maybe that wasn't
Too much fun.
maybe that wasn't nice for a 6-year-old, but still, that was awesome.
Yeah, that's something I'd brag about. That's not shameful.
Yeah, he's got to learn to take defeat at some point.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking defeat, I guess my shameful admission goes back to one of the times that we were like for Eves' birthday, like in high school. We were playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and I had ran the table with Gohan, and I was like, oh yeah, screw this. I ran the table and I threw the control up. I'm like, I'm not gonna fight anymore for a while. And then his cousin starts running the table, and he ran the table 3 times all the way around, including myself. And I'm like, what the crap happened? And then finally, like after about 3 rounds of him running the table, I think I was finally able to beat him, and we quit playing. We were like, all right, well, so we're done here.
And no fear. Right.
You just got your win. Done.
Walk off. I'm out. Yeah.
Well, my shameful omission. Well, one of them is actually very similar to yours, Eves. My cousin, he was a lot younger at the time, and we were playing a fighting game, and he was running the table against, he had his friends over, and I was there watching. I'm like, well, yeah, you're pretty good. And he goes, oh, I bet I can beat you so bad. And then I'm like, oh, I bet you can. you're really good at this game. You're the master. And he goes, and he keeps talking crap. I'm like, I'm there like, in my head, I'm like, be the better man, Keith. Be the better man. So all of a sudden he just go, and then then my mom gets into it, and then she just starts rallying for my cousin. And I'm like,
oh, that's the worst.
And it's like, oh yeah, come on, play him. I bet he'll beat you too. I'm like, not this. And then I go, okay, I've never played this game before, but let's see what happens. And then I demolish him.
Yeah.
Like I just straight it's almost like he was moving in slow motion, and I'm just like combo, and I decimate him, and then he starts crying, and then my mom goes, "What is wrong with you?"
Oh, she got mad at you.
Yeah, and I'm like, what?
You egged him on.
You egged me on, and I just destroyed him. You know what, Mom? I did him a favor. I'm bringing him back to earth. Never challenge me again. And he's never had.
Whenever I beat up on my little cousins, not literally, just in any game, I go, I'm their dose of reality. They got to get put into their place.
Yeah, man.
We're all jerks.
Their pride is so high. We got to bring them back to
bring them down.
I've got another one. My shameful admission is I took pride that time that you whooped the floor with Sharif.
Oh yes.
Okay, so remember he talked a lot of shit.
Oh man.
And we played Soul Calibur 1, and after one match, I figured out what to do. Whooped his ass. Me and Keith would come over a lot. We'd play Soul Calibur 5.
Oh yeah.
Keith plays 3 matches.
Because I only have 3 characters that I like.
So
he plays them, done.
He plays the 3 and he wants nothing to do with it before I go off somewhere I shouldn't be going, picking. No, 3 characters, done. So I brought it once to Calty's house.
I remember this story. Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
So Sharif begins talking crap again because he thinks he was, close because we were close in the first Soul Calibur. So he starts talking shit to him again.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible.
They go to the back where the PlayStation is. They put it in. They play. I walk back there, and it was 3 matches that weren't even close to being contested.
Yeah.
And literally,
I made sure I picked the best character that I had, like the best character that I was with. I make sure I picked him. Just to demolish him.
Which you did.
Which I absolutely did. I literally handed his ass to him.
Yeah. So the shameful part is, as I'm watching that, I began patting myself on the back. I'm like, I've created this. Thank you.
You know what? That's actually, it's a good point, and then we'll get to the the big debate after this. There's one guy that all of us we have to beat. When he beats you, it crawls under your skin more than anybody else, and when you beat him, it's more satisfying than anybody else. For me, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys know who it is. If not, he graduated from me at FCS, Ryan Patino.
Oh, okay.
Ryan Patino in anything. Actual playing basketball, fantasy football, FIFA, Halo. Whenever I beat him, it satisfies me so much more than anybody else. And when he beats me, I want to burn the earth around me.
Chris Sierra. You just described my relationship with Chris Sierra.
Chris Sierra, yeah.
It's for all of you.
Well, like we each,
That's
I
the
think, I'm
answer.
sure we all have like.
No, it's all of us for Chris.
Yeah, no.
Chris
For
Sierra's
me,
the answer.
it's Chris and Adam, but Adam because he's my brother.
Adam's
I don't want to
more
lose.
fun.
I don't want to lose to Adam ever.
Right.
But Chris, if you could beat him in a game, it was as if you shat in his face. And I'm talking about the same guy who played God and dictated what place you were going to come in every fucking game you ever played with him. This is the guy who sent me to a room with a theater major and 2 girls to try to play Halo.
Right.
And it was like, he was our friend, but the way he would get into things were so obsessive that he would put you in spots that you just hated dealing with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the minute I got any type of good at Smash Brothers and that he had to go out of his way to kill me, I'm like, Coño, I'm doing something right. And then when I would win and I would look over and he just had a face of, God. The next time over, I didn't even get to breathe. He was killing me first.
Right.
But I knew I had done it. And he was that guy for every fucking game. He was the one guy you could not deal with because he was obnoxious.
Yeah.
He was dictating. Imagine in Halo saying you're gonna come in 5th. I'm not on your team, but you're gonna come in 5th. And he made sure.
Right. You know, I heard the stories of him. For me, when you would play online, Halo 3, Halo 4, and you're like side strafing as you're BRing or DMRing, whatever, and then it says Naked Gun 0406 dead or killed. You killed. I'm like, yeah. And then it says killed by Naked Gun 0406. Shit, there I'm slamming the control on the floor for every kill. That's how so it's for Chris Sierra, for all of you guys, all 4 of you.
Yeah,
pretty much.
We've all kind of grown up.
I mean, I really don't have that kind of relationship with anybody.
Nobody?
No, not really. I mean,
oh man,
He's the best.
If we're talking about those people online where all they do is talk crap, I go out on my on Halo's a perfect example. You get those kids that as soon as you get into a lobby, they're just talking crap. Those are the people that I viciously look for. I just look. I look for the little symbol on top because it's just a 4-letter thing.
Right.
And then if I see their gamer tag, I don't care who's around me. I'm going for that guy because I just want to kill you and just teabag you over and over again. Said that was me. But that's about it. Nobody that I know really.
All right. Now on a side one, who do you like beating because it's funny? Adam.
Oh, easy.
For me, it's Dustin and Pez.
What?
Oh, Pez reacts.
Okay.
Pez reacts pretty funny.
Our friend Pez is famous for having that form of Tourette's that just yells things. So we would play at his house and I'd be in his brother's room and you'd kill him. And in the silence you would hear, fuck that shit! And you're like, a dead silence and it would break that and it would go back. And then Dustin, our beloved redneck, he's very polite. So basically, whenever something doesn't go right, he just can't believe it. So out of the silence, you hear, fuck that shit. And, are you kidding me? That can't be right. Are you kidding me?
That didn't happen.
Dang, damn it. So that's one room just yelling. Like, that's for the fun of it.
Right.
Those are the people I enjoy just because they're hilarious.
For me, it's my brothers. For Matt, my youngest brother. For him, because I go to beat him, and then I won't say anything throughout the whole match, and then I'll say one thing right at the end, or I'll say under my breath, "That's right." You know, just something really subtle. And for me, the game is, what is he gonna throw? like that. That's the game that I play.
Yeah, we used to play that with Adam.
What's he gonna throw next, or what door is he gonna slam next? Like that. That's what I play when against my youngest brother.
Yeah,
Sure.
Adam does that too. Flipping my remote all over the place. And
to go to the final debate in the final section of the Nerd Table, again, it's been a fun job so far. Last week or last time we were here, it was one superpower you had to live in your everyday life. What would it be? You know, we had a huge debate. I got rocked. At first I picked. First
he wanted to stop time, and then we used physics to kill it.
Yeah. First I wanted to stop time.
And then he wanted to be like Super Xavier.
Yeah.
So then we accused him of causing brain cancer and having people falling down.
I like the time one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the time one, apparently I would blow. It was like nuclear reaction if I were to move and if all molecules froze around me.
Yeah, because you would be approaching speed of light, and then because you do have effect on your environment, the air molecules, the molecules in the air, that friction would technically create fusion.
Yeah. Except it's make believe. So
Yeah,
no. The premise of this was we're gonna say it. No, if we're gonna say it, and you need to try to tear it down.
Yeah.
No, not even that. It's not the
debate.
premise
All
of
right.
tearing it down.
No, the
Is
premise was real life.
in real
reality.
life.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So for this one, I want it to be a little bit where I have there's no wrong answer.
You feel like you have a fighter's chance on this
Well,
one?
because
there's-
been prepping on this
there's-
all
what is
month.
it?
There's
What
no
is it?
wrong
What
answer
is
on
it?
this one. It's
What is it?
basically it's whatever we believe for ourselves. There's no way to justify it unless it's we pick the same option. My question for you guys, and I posed this during Keith's birthday a while back in the pool, and we talked a little bit about it before the show. If you had one video game to play versus, the devil or who's the guy with the Sith, the Grim Reaper. Okay, you have to play against the Grim Reaper for your life. Okay, you got to choose whatever it is, sort of Charles Daniels, Golden Fiddle sort of stuff.
A competitive game, but
Competitive game.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to play against them.
okay.
What would the one game be to save your life? Think about it for a second, okay? I'm going to set a little bit of parameters. It would have to be by yourself. So if you're playing Halo, 1-on-1.
1v1. Okay.
Yeah. It would have to be like that. It can be arcade. It can go out to the arcade if you want to, but it can go to any forms. It could be, Pokemon if you got to choose whichever one you have, but they would have to be the same levels of the other guy. So it's basically mirroring yourself. If you want it to be a sports game, whatever it is, it would be on the same level. All Madden, Superstar, whatever it is. That would be the parameters, but you would have to do it gun to your head. If you lose, game over. Now that you guys have your choice,
Man,
I don't want to go first because last time I went last, and it was good for me because I'm going to learn basically off you guys. So I'm just going to flip a coin in my head, and Jason, you want to go first if you have one?
I got one.
Okay,
Yeah, I've actually thought about this a lot.
there you go.
I would probably go Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I would pick my team to be Strider, Gambit, and Mega Man.
You're confident that's the strongest game that you have in your arsenal to compete one-on-one against?
Absolutely.
Because
when it comes to competitive games like that, that's the one that I feel the most comfortable in.
Mm-hmm.
Because as far as that one, I spent a lot of time playing that one, especially because back when I had a Dreamcast, it was my number one game.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I want. Yeah.
So I played the crap out of that to the point where at one point on hard, I perfected all the way through the actual arcade mode.
Wow.
I was like, yeah! And I'm not as good now, but I can hold my own.
There you go. Anybody else want to jump in? Just jump in whenever you're ready.
Mine would probably it's between two games. I'll say it's either Halo 3 or Tekken 3. I'm going with the 3 theme apparently. But in Halo 3, that was when I played. A necessary amount of Halo, and I'll be honest, I got pretty good.
He was real close to Chris Sierra.
Yeah, and that's saying something. Man. I was really good at Halo 3. Like I had the timings down packed. But the thing is, it's a 1v1, and I don't think I would. Yeah, it's totally different when it's 1v1 because my thing was the team. Like I would search out for the people that are fighting, and then I would just run over and just pick people off.
Right.
But if it's 1v1, I would have to pick Tekken 3. Because this was back when I had a PlayStation 1.
Right.
And it was technically the only game that my brother and I had, and we played the garbage out of that game. Like we played the arcade mode, the storyline. We played the disc out of that thing. And my 2 characters would either be Eddie Gordo. You're probably saying, "Oh, that's cheap," but whatever. He's awesome. Or the guy that does Taekwondo. I was the man with that. I didn't even know how to say his name. Hardwan or something. It's like an HW in the beginning. Which one do you pronounce? I have no idea. But that Taekwondo guy, I was the ish with that guy. Like me and my brother would battle so many times. Like who would win? And I'll pick that Taekwondo. I would spiral kick his ass to the next century. Yeah, I would pick that game, man.
That's a good one.
I again with the Halo thing. When Halo will probably be it because Halo 3, especially what he was talking about. But that one-on-one is just so many variables. You know, you pick up rockets, you pretty much own the game. So not Halo. It would have to be probably the 2 games I was probably the best at that are competitive games would be Super Smash Brothers 1, original Super Smash Brothers with Kirby. Because I would pick Fox.
Me.
I'd pick Fox. Fox is usually my character, but Kirby's the easy win.
And you're gonna down kick us?
I will definitely down kick you to hell. You know, so that would be the easy win. But I could play Soul Calibur Part 1, but I'd have to be drunk. So,
I was gonna say which one is sober, which one is drunk for your choice.
The Soul Calibur is the drunk one.
I don't even want to go. He picked mine. I was going to go with...
Well, give your reason.
Halo 3, because, again, Halo 3 for me. And the thing is, I guess, I would want rockets removed, because rockets and swords can't have that on a 1 versus 1. No, it's almost like a SWAT style.
It has to be a small level, too.
Yeah,
Beaver Creek.
No, are you kidding me? It'd be Lockout all day.
No, Beaver Creek.
I love Beaver Creek.
More than Lockout?
Yes, I love Beaver Creek.
More than Lockout?
How many times do I have to say yes?
Dude, Lockout. I thought Lockout was a culmination of all games.
What is like the 5th time you're gonna tell me? I'm be, oh yeah, you know what? Lockout is a lot better.
Like Blood Gulch is my ish. You okay?
That's Blood Gulch is the best.
It's the best level for
But for Halo 3, it was. 16. For Halo 3, I thought it was Lockout. But yeah, it would be Halo 3 if it was a 1 versus 1 setup, or it would. And not that I'm that good at that game, but if I'm gonna go down with the fight, I'm gonna go with what I'm most comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because I tried to think of Madden. And I lost in Madden when I text you. I'm like, can I play one game of Madden before you guys come? You're like, yeah, sure, you have time. I lost. And I thought I played Madden pretty well. It would have to be Super Smash Brothers as Kirby as well, man. Kirby is the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's mine. Alan, wrap this puppy up.
Okay. Because I'm in a debate because out of the 5 Soul Caliburs, I was good at one character in 2, 3, and 4. I'd almost want to say Soul Calibur 3 because that was Taki back when you could actually dodge and it worked, and that was the best offensive Taki until the current one in 5. Because every other one the ninja never hits you for anything. She just kind of moves.
Mm-hmm.
That one she could move and hit. That was the beginning of people not wanting to deal with me anymore.
Yeah.
But it's between that or Wayne Gretzky hockey.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wayne Gretzky hockey.
There you go.
Because that was the game. I don't know why. And it might be because I'm playing with Adam, and Adam can't follow instructions in an MMO, so I shouldn't expect much out of him. But no one could do a turbo shot. I never fucking figured it out. So I just spent my time drilling 14 goals in 3 periods. So I've always felt really good about that game. I have no idea if I'm actually any good. But my memory says I'm scoring 14 goals. So it's between that or Soul Calibur. I want to say 3 because that was when I had good talkie.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty good right now in 5.
So basically, when Gretzky happened, that was the genesis of you beating everybody and not telling them what to use.
Where it
No,
began.
I would tell Adam.
It's like,
Okay.
It's like 13-0 in the first quarter, and like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing turbo shot. How do you do that? Well, I don't know.
You have to figure it out on your own.
Okay,
I
that
figured it out. Why
that
don't you?
game essentially had 3 buttons. The first time I did it, Adam goes, "How do you do it?" A and down C. That he couldn't figure out A and down C is not my problem. I'm gonna keep setting that net on fire.
Down C was a yellow button.
I know that.
It had nothing to do with directions. Okay, I got confused with those two.
Right. I think this is what we're gonna do. I just thought of it right now. See if you guys roll with me. To end the show, I want to have final nerds of the day. Instead of words, final nerds of the day. Give the listener a tip, a tidbit, something that they can take either from what we learned in the show today or something that you learned recently, something to take away from at the end of the show. So give yourself some time because I'm putting you on the spot for a little bit. Think about it. I mean, Halfbeard, if you're ready,
I'll go right now.
I'll give you a second. But I think it's good. We should do this more in this. Actually, the sports table not really because my deals don't give a shit. But for us, it's when, for me personally, this whole experience is learning. So I want listeners to learn something, just a little tidbit of whatever that you have to offer. So Halfbeard, now that you're ready, proceed.
Okay, is this just basically just the nerd stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not talking about taxes. Like how to file taxes. Yeah, nerd stuff.
I wasn't talking about that either.
Okay.
If anything that we talked about here today, you beautiful listeners, is if you haven't watched Firefly, please, for the love of God, watch Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think, oh, it's just another one of those shows, just watch the first 3 episodes. If you watch the first 3 episodes, I guarantee you will not stop until the 14th episode is done.
And the movie.
Oh, and the movie, of course. After that, then you watch the movie.
Yeah.
Then you're sad.
Yeah.
Like the rest of us.
Because it's over. No
Happily
more.
sad.
Now I'm part of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in baseball. I know most of you probably don't know what baseball is, but
It's a horrible sport.
it's basically Firefly is batting 1,000. Whoever watches it, first they don't know what it is, then they come out being a fan, being a brown coat, and I love it because it happened to me. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was another show. I watched it. I didn't stop. I watched it with my parents. Like even my parents, we all sat down, and I felt bad because it was kind of getting late. And my mom's like, no. What happens to Mao next? What happens? We have to watch. We have to keep watching. And that's the thing. And if you're not a nerd, if you're listening to this and you're not a nerd, this is a great way to get into the culture because this is a fantastic show, and it could be that stepping stone into what we are, and at a point that you can come into our culture. And Firefly, I think, is a beautiful stepping stone to nerddom.
Good advice.
Beautiful.
Anybody else? Because I'll jump in if you guys still won't need time to think. Okay, I guess I'll take time.
I got one.
It's not. Yeah.
So, my final nerd of the day for all these wonderful listeners who are on the air right now, thank you for listening, is play more independent games. At this particular moment, the one that, like, I've never been one of those people like, oh, independent games or whatever. I played, big studio games, and then I ended up playing Journey because there was a lot of hype for it.
That's a good game, yeah.
And Journey, for the $10 that it was when I got it, and the 2 hours of playing it straight from beginning to end, despite the fact there's no dialogue, it has an amazing score, and you just feel so emotionally attached to this character as you're going through this world and it's building this story. It's one of the most well done games I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game. Wonderful. It's one of those games where beautiful really means, it really encompasses the entire game.
That one truly is a work of art.
Yeah, absolutely. Journey.
I guess I'll jump in then after Jason. That was a good one as well. For me, I'm speaking to the girlfriends, the boyfriends of the nerd. Okay? If you're
I have that.
if you're listening to this, hear my advice, heed my advice, okay? Be lucky that they're a nerd, cuz it's easy to get them gifts, okay? Get them the gift, okay? I have a girlfriend. I've been pleading. I don't have a lot of money. I've been pleading, please, I want this game. I want this game. I want this game. You know how happy the nerd would be if you got them the 2DS with, X and Y, or the new anime DVD set that came out.
Right.
Or for me, if I wanted Grand Theft Auto, which I've been plugging since it came out, get them the gift, because they would be forever indebted into you, because guess what? I have a Halo 1 game because one of my uncles got it for me because I bought the Xbox. And now anytime I think of Halo 1, I think of him because he was the one that opened the door for me to get my first MA game ever. Get them the gift, because not only will you make them happy, but they'll think of you positively when they reference that game as well. Get them the gift. That's my final nerds of the day.
Boom. Leaving on that, my final nerd of the day is to have fun when you're playing a game. No, but seriously, we talked about a lot of people getting angry and taking games seriously and making it very unfun for a lot of other people that are trying to have fun and play with them. And,
Sorry.
where I can, I would always go into the game having fun. Whatever everybody want to do, win or lose, it's a game. It's a game. It's a game. It's out there to get closer to your friends, to have some fun, to get out there. That's my final nerd of the day. Have fun.
Alan.
My final nerd of the day is don't be afraid of the gateway.
You're talking about yourself because you're the gateway.
Me and anyone who could disseminate to you. I call myself that jokingly because I have brought things to others, but there's plenty of nerds around. Don't be afraid to find out what they like. I have a very diverse, library of things I've seen. And stuff I've shown Jason is not the same stuff I've shown Keith. It's not the same stuff I'd bring to you. I have an anime I could show Carlos, and I swear to you he'll like it. It's right down the alley of things he would enjoy. Don't be afraid. Ask, do you have things that I might like? Is there a series that's very military? Is there a series that's just a slice of life comedy? Ask. We're very willing to share. And I tell you what, I just found a nerd at work. He told me it's the happiest he's ever been on one of his days at work. He can talk One Piece with someone. He has not been able to do that in the kitchen. He used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings. Ain't nobody at Buffalo Wild Wings want to talk about anime pirates. It's an enjoyable thing to be able to share these things with people. Games, anime, shows. Ask. Don't be afraid of the gateways.
I think that's a good place to end it. I just picked random music because I always end the music with Sports Table, with the Come Mierda of the Week. We have to get an ending one. I just thought of this because this is what you said. I have to go next to watch.
Hey.
It's this and Trigun, bro. Actually, yeah, this and Trigun, because those are a lot closer to Firefly, and you'll enjoy it. Next after that, we'll give you what might be one of the best series I've ever seen, bar none. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh my gosh. Woo! That's a good one. Yeah.
Those three. And you'll see the types of things, the reason why we stick in Japanese shows, because they can deliver that.
Yep.
And this is a great example.
Before we go, I just want to talk to the listeners now. If you're watching this video or listening to the audio, please comment either on the video or comment on the link that we sent you, or however you found it. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to hear, what you like, what you don't like. Tell us that we're shit. Tell us that we're good. I don't, is it either is constructive or, if it's horrible, that we don't know anything. First of all, we're not experts. Maybe Eves is, but we're not experts. We're just schmoes.
That's why Eves gets his own opening.
Boom.
We're just normal guys talking about nerd stuff. If you want us to leave us comments of topics you want to hear, if you want something longer, something shorter, just let us know. Give us feedback so we can please you. We understand this is a show just a couple guys talking, But we also know that we're trying to please an audience.
Yep.
So just let us know. Just let us know.
I can't say it any better myself. For Halfbeard, for Ebes, for Jason, for Alan, I'm Chris. We're the Nerd Table. Woo! Look for us. Look for our videos throughout YouTube. We'll be back. It won't be this long in between the next one. We'll be back faster than that.
We'll see.
That's all.
We'll see all you guys online.
Later.